What's going on, everybody? This is your WOF Outlook and discussion for Saturday, May 13th, 2023. And before we get into today's video, I hope everyone is doing well, remaining positive, and as always, staying blessed. All right, you guys, taking a look here at the surface map this morning, you can see that we do have high pressure still off the eastern seaboard and high pressure off the west coast, which is keeping the central United States fairly stormy here, you guys, which does mean we will have another round of some very intense flooding rains and severe weather, but thankfully for today, it looks like the severe weather won't be as widespread as it has been the last couple of days. So if you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe here at your Weather on the Fly. So as the Storm Prediction Center, National Hurricane Center comes out with updates, I have them posted here right in my shorts and community section so you can stay up to date, weather aware, and won't miss a beat, you guys. So as you can see, we do have the big low pressure system still spinning here across parts of the northern plains. And look at the big heavy system here, heavy disturbance that we have across South Texas, which is bringing a lot of that flooding range, you guys. So as we pause and take a quick intermission here and get some of these surface plots off, we're going to take the water vapor off. We're going to get rid of that, you guys. All right, now what I want to do before we get into the convective outlook, first, I want to go yet again. We're going to look at the excessive rainfall outlook, you guys, for today. And as you can see, we do have a pretty much marginal risk here for Texas, most of Louisiana, Mississippi, parts of Alabama, Tennessee, here up into parts of North Carolina, Virginia. We do have a marginal risk for excessive rainfall. We have a slight risk for excessive rainfall here across parts of southern Minnesota, getting into parts of northern, central, eastern Iowa. We have another slight risk for excessive rainfall here across parts of West Texas and Oklahoma, with that moderate risk for some very heavy rainfall and excessive rainfall for parts of deep South Texas, you guys. So, yet again, we will be on the lookout. Even the Houston area is under a slight risk for some excessive flooding rainfalls, you guys. So, as I say, we're going to definitely be on the lookout for these intense flooding rains today. Now, as we get to the Storm Prediction Center's convective outlook, you can see here we do have a marginal risk for parts of East Texas, extreme western Louisiana, southern Oklahoma, and extreme southwest portions of Arkansas. We do have another little marginal risk here off of the coastal waters of North Carolina and northern North Carolina and southern Virginia here. And we do have the slight risk of severe weather for parts of Illinois, Iowa, and extreme southern Minnesota, you guys. So Webster City, Jackson, Cedar Rapids, Peoria, Burlington, Quincy, just to the northwest of Springfield, Fort Dodge, Spencer, all you guys are under a slight risk for severe weather up here across the northern plains, with a marginal risk extending down towards St. Louis, western Kentucky, even parts of extreme southwest Indiana, you guys. As we check the probability to see what these storms are going to be up to for today, as you can see, tornadoes, we have a 5% risk here across the northern plains, with a 2% encompassing the marginal risk. And we also have a threat for a few tornadoes here across parts of East Texas, southern Oklahoma. As we go to the hail probability, you can see no hail is expected across parts of Texas and Oklahoma. That's good news. We could see hail on the order of 1 to 1.5 inch in diameter across parts of southern Virginia and northern North Carolina here, you guys, with a 15% chance of that hail pushing 1 to 1.5 inch in diameter here up across parts of western Illinois, Iowa, and into extreme southern Minnesota. As we go to the wind probability, it's the same as the hail probability, you guys. We have that 5% across parts of North Carolina, Virginia, that 15% chance of winds pushing 55, 60 miles per hour across the northern plains here. And we do have a 5% chance of some locally gusty winds, strong gusty winds here across Texas and Oklahoma. We do not have any significant tornado threat, no significant hail threat, and no significant wind threat, you guys. So that is always a blessing. Now, as we take a look at the HRRR to see how these storms are going to materialize as the day moves along, And we're going to start here at 12 o'clock as we usually do here at your Weather on the Fly. All right, and as you can see by 12 o'clock, you guys, we're going to have some heavy showers, maybe some rumbles of thunder here across deep South Texas still. Have some showers starting to develop across East Texas, the Houston area, extending on into parts of southern Oklahoma. These cells could be producing some locally gusty winds here, and maybe a tornado or two is not out of the question with these storms here. Look at the heavy rain that could be ongoing here across West Texas and the Texas Panhandle. As we look up towards North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, we will have some heavy showers and thunderstorms, possibly some rumbles of thunder going on up here. And look across the slight risk. We do have some cells popping up as early as the early afternoon hours here. So all hazards could be in play there. We do have some showers across the Ohio Valley, nothing too much popping up across the Carolinas. As we move to 4 o'clock, you guys. All right, you can see here across East Texas, we still do have some clusters of storm showers and thunderstorms scattered around here that could be producing yet again that hail and locally damaging winds with possibly a few tornadoes, you guys. But as I said, as the Storm Prediction Center has, not too much hail will be across Texas, but we're going to look out for some isolated events because hail could fall with these severe storms. Look here across parts of the Texas Oklahoma Panhandle. Heavy rains could be ongoing. We'll be looking out for some flooding in that area. The cells here across parts of Iowa. Look here, even across central Illinois, these cells could be producing all hazards here as we go into the late afternoon, heading into the evening hours. Look across parts of Virginia. Some of these heavier cells starting to develop here. We could have some hail and locally damaging winds going on with those cells as we head into the evening hours. We go to about 8 o'clock, you guys. All right, you can see up here across parts of the northern plains, it really starts to rumble here across Iowa, central eastern Iowa. We will be on the lookout for all hazards going into the evening hours. Look here across parts of eastern Illinois, western Indiana. Heavy clusters of showers and thunderstorms could be ongoing across parts of North Carolina and southern Virginia, and that marginal risk. We will have a cluster around 8 p.m. of showers and thunderstorms that can be producing some severe weather. We will have some scattered showers here, possibly across Louisiana, southern Mississippi, extreme southern Alabama, the Florida's Panhandle and Peninsula. We could have some late afternoon, evening showers here. Look across parts of Oklahoma and southern Kansas. Heavy showers could be ongoing still. As we move into the overnight hours here, you guys, heading into Sunday, you can see the showers start to quiet down, diminish some. We're still gonna have possibly a few cells here across northern Texas and east central Oklahoma, some showers and thunderstorms in the overnight hours. A heavy a cluster of showers and thunderstorms coming out of Iowa into Illinois here during the overnight hours. And as you can see, we may even still have some showers and thunderstorms off of North Carolina and Virginia as we head through the overnight hours. We go into Sunday morning, you guys, which will be 7 a.m. And that does segue us into convective outlook day 2. And as you can see, very much pretty quiet here on the map, besides this marginal risk here that's across parts of Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, and extending all the way down into extreme northern Alabama and parts of northeast Mississippi here. But other than that, we'll just have a general thunderstorm risk here across parts of the western United States, getting on down into the southern and central plains and parts of the southeast here. As we take a look at this marginal risk to see who's going to be in that area, Springfield, Peoria, Evansville, going on down into Morgantown, Bowling Green, Murray, Nashville, Chattanooga, Lexington, Huntsville, Alabama, all these areas, Knoxville, Tennessee, will be under a marginal risk here for Sunday as we check the probability to see just what these storms will be doing for tomorrow. No tornado threat. That is a blessing. Hail threat. We do have a 5% chance of some hail pushing 1 to 1.5 inch in diameter here across parts of central southern Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, and Tennessee for Sunday. Wind probability the same, 5% chance of some isolated locally gusty winds on the order of 55 to 60 miles per hour. And I'm sure you guys, with this marginal risk here, we do not have to worry about no significant tornadoes, hail, nor wind. As we can move this HRRR on out to about midday tomorrow, you guys. All right, you can see here we just have clusters of showers and thunderstorms across the western United States, maybe even around the Denver area. Wyoming, we could have some clusters of showers, maybe a few rumbles of thunder here across parts of western Texas. Eastern Texas, around the Houston area, could have some clusters of showers and thunderstorms going on for Sunday. Across parts of Michigan, southern Minnesota, northern Iowa as well. Some showers, maybe a few rumbles of thunder may be going on here. Nothing too much going on across this marginal risk. Maybe a few little clusters going on across parts of northwest Tennessee. But as we move on to about 4 o'clock on Sunday, you guys, you can see, all right, here we go with the daytime heating going on. You can see across parts of southern Illinois, even extending into parts of central northern Missouri here and in extreme northeast Kansas. Showers and thunderstorms will be going on, but that heaviest cluster will be here across southern Illinois, where those isolated hail and locally damaging wind gusts could be occurring. As we move on to about 8 p.m. in the evening time, you guys, you can see still ongoing across parts of western Tennessee, starting to enter parts of I'm sorry about that, western Kentucky, starting to enter parts of northwest Tennessee. You guys, this heavy clusters of thunderstorms will still be ongoing here. We go as far as the HRRR will take us out, which is 1 in the morning, you guys, for Monday. And as you can see, we will still have some possibly showers going on across west central Texas, even across parts of the Central Plains. And even look here, even across parts of South Carolina, North Carolina, even Virginia, we got some isolated showers going into the overnight hours on Sunday into Monday, you guys. And that's going to segue us into convective outlook day 3, which, you guys, yet again, not too much is expected to be going on. Just a general thunderstorm risk here from the Pacific Northwest extending on down towards the southern United States, the Gulf Coast region. We will have a marginal threat here across parts of the southeast United States, which does include Atlanta, parts of South Carolina, and even extending almost as far south as Jacksonville. We will be on the lookout for a marginal risk for severe weather on Monday. So, you guys, if you haven't done so already, be sure to share, like, and subscribe so you can stay up to date, weather aware. You won't miss a beat when it comes to the Storm Prediction Center and National Hurricane Center sending out these updates. You will stay up to date and weather aware here at your Weather on the Fly. That's going to be it for this one. Everyone be safe, be careful, and I'll talk to you all in the next one.